David Locke.
And I'm Ron Boone.
And we are on the floor, and there's the newly signed Royce O'Neal right in front of us. Congratulations to Royce. Well earned. Greatest story.
Absolutely. He's worked very, very hard to get to this point. Well respected now, not only on this team, but around the league. Not only as a defensive player, but a threat shooting the basketball. And what does that shoe say? It was a dream.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream.
Now, that probably is because of Martin Luther King Day, but it's probably appropriate for his story as well. Lamar Skeeter's wearing the We Can't Walk Alone shirt. The Martin Luther King Day shirt, as is Johnny Bryant and all the coaches. Here's a look around the arena. Malcolm Brogdon, who's
Doug McDermott.
And Doug McDermott, who was unbelievable in the fourth quarter last night. Already today, by the way, Oklahoma City went into Houston and won. There's our friend Joe Ingles screaming money, 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 money as he walks up to... There's David Morway, who was the former assistant general manager and general manager of the Pacers, talking to Mark Boyle. There's the great Quinn Buckner, right there.
Yeah, been around.
And there's our friend Joe. And there's George Niang talking to Stars GM Bart Taylor. And the
it's crazy.
November 15th, by the way, for those who don't get the reference, so Royce doesn't get the money now. He gets the money next year, and the first paycheck is evidently is November 15th. I would think the first paycheck is now November 1st with the early start to the season.
No, November 15th.
Do they get paid on
November 15th?
But even with the early
November 15th.
You understand what I'm thinking, right? They start like October 16th now. Shouldn't they get paid November 1st?
November 15th
is the first one? Okay.
You got to work before you get paid.
So there. And look at those shoes. Donovan has those shoes. Those shoes are special MLK Day shoes.
Right. 45 meaning.
Do you have it? Do you know it? He told today.
45 meaning 1945.
Right?
And
tell the story.
Go ahead.
I got it.
You tell it.
It's the Airmen were it was the last flight of the Tuskegee Airmen.
Right.
It was in 1945.
The last flight they took was in 1945.
Yeah. So that's in honor of that. Oh, look at that. He gets a new contract. Now he can block Donovan shots. Donovan very proud of his best friend, Royce.
Yeah, he's worked very, very hard. And I had some thoughts today, David. I don't know if I want to share this, but I'm going to. Because I remember a couple of years ago, and I said this to Quinn, that Royce O'Neal was going to demand minutes. You remember what he said to me?
No, what did he say?
He said, demand minutes? Like, you coaching this team now? Or no? Or like, we'll wait and see, that type of thing. But I just thought that whenever he was on the floor, he knew he was doing the right things. He was making things happen. He made an impact, especially like defensively. And so I just thought at that point, that sooner or later he's going to demand some minutes, similar to what we saw against Wesley Matthews when he first got here. Reputation on him was he couldn't shoot the basketball, but when he was out there practicing, it was scrimmaging and all that, you could just see that he had a presence out there on the floor and he made an impact on the game. And here he is, 13th year or something like that, and had a great career.
Mike Conley plays again tonight. What was your... Emmanuel Moutier's been great, and we really a great story, great tribute to him for the work he's put in. What was your impression of what the team looked like with Mike Conley?
Let me tell you what my impression of Mike Conley first, because I thought he approached the game a little bit different than I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to come out and just try to take the game over and just dominate. He came out very conservatively, didn't disrupt things, passed the basketball, didn't really look to shoot early, swinging the ball, and just, in other words, just was trying to get himself back in the flow of the game rather than trying to do something different. And that's my impression right there.
Here would be my comment. I don't know if this translates. I don't know if this will make sense. Even today at practice, Quinn was running a play, and he brought Jordan Clarkson and Mike Conley over, so they had 7 guys there. Mm-hmm. Starting 5 and Clarkson. That's 7 bona fide players in the NBA. Like really bona fide, legit players in the NBA.
Correct.
And we, in our lineups on the floor, when Mike Conley was added in, we had 2 or 3 just bona fide, big-time NBA players on the floor at all times, and sometimes against bench units, and it's like LeBron's playing against bench units for the Lakers right now, and that's not fair.
That's right.
And we had Bojan and Clarkson and Conley on the floor against a bench unit, and I was like, that's not fair. And now tonight, they're pretty solid, so their bench units aren't as weak as some other teams, but that's what jumped out to me, was just that the lineups looked not just good, they just looked elite at all times.
Yeah, and you know, we have a very good basketball team now, I think, from top to bottom, and I think from time to time, Quinn can go very, very deep in this lineup and get something done. This team, the Indiana Pacers, I think, are probably in the same boat.
Next time, if you don't catch the ball, booty.
I was respecting Ron Boone, who was talking into the microphone.
Probably something similar, you know, because they're, I think they're just a very carefully used team. I don't know if that translates well, but they stay close. I'm looking at the numbers between these two teams. They're almost identical, you know, as far as percentages, the number of threes made, number of points per game, you know, and that type of thing. So when you're looking at the schedule and you gloss over Indiana coming to Utah, you shouldn't do it. That's what I'm.
This one's going to be real tonight.
Right.
All right, on that note, if you're a basketball junkie, by the way, go to the NBA.com site and look at the Rockets play when down 3 with 10 seconds left as Russell Westbrook intercepts James Harden's pass to PJ Tucker. See ya.